We just were worried about, can we get there? We didn't even, it didn't even cross our minds that we were going to have to come back early. It
Mm.
didn't even cross our minds that I would come back to literally no business and no toilet roll in the cupboard. But whatever. We all remember those days.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Happy Investor Podcast. And today I'm joined by Amy Atkinson. Hi.
Hello, my friend.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Well, I'm actually full of a cold, so I'm going to try not to sound a bit too froggy.
Okay, you can be froggy on my podcast, it's okay.
Don't encourage me to make frog noises. We all know that might happen.
I love having a podcast because I can just get people on and have a catch up because I haven't seen you for a little while.
I know, it's been forever. How have you been?
Yeah, good. Lots going on. Lots going
I
on.
see,
I
I
had
see.
quite a crazy time last year and then hibernated a bit over Christmas and the New Year. And now I feel like I'm getting back out to events and being in the room with people, which is I really enjoy.
Are you going to
Yeah,
Expert Enterprise
I
tomorrow?
am. Are you?
I'm not. I'm sad. I'm already getting FOMO.
Just come.
Just turn up.
Yeah, just come.
Hi, mate. I don't have a ticket, but I'm just going to come anyway.
I'll get you in. It's fine. We're going to go together. Um, so, can you please introduce yourself to the listeners? Tell us who you are, what you've been up to, what your background is, and what you do now.
Oh my God, how much time have we got? Hello, everybody. My name is Amy Atkinson. Thank you so much, Sophie, for having me come on. What am I? A wife, a mum, a speaker, a multi-business owner, property investor. I mean, the list is endless, but I absolutely just would not have it any other way. I can remember being in corporate many moons ago,
Mm.
13 years ago, since I started my own thing. How
Wow.
mental is that? Like,
Wow.
time literally just flies by. Um, and the reason I left corporate, by the way, I'll try and keep this quick, is my team was being made redundant in the last company that I was employed with. And as you can imagine, like, I'm a positive Polly. I've come on this podcast with a smile on my face, and that is just me through and through. But as you can imagine, like, there was 30 roles being made redundant, 6 roles were available, and people were bum fighting and just being horrible to each other in order to get those 6 roles. And I'm just not about that life. Like, you
Mm.
deserve a place, you deserve a place. You don't need to backstab, bitch, and all of the things in order to get a job. So I started looking at other jobs. Anyway, offered a job, and literally in the same sentence, and I remember this clear as day, I was stood outside the City Thameslink train station and on the phone to this guy who would have been my boss, and he goes, "Oh, Amy, congratulations, we'd really love to offer you the job." And I was like, "Oh, that's exciting, thank you so much." And he goes, "Just so you know, you're commanding a really high salary for your age." And I was literally like, "Huh. Okay." So I, funnily enough, already had a bee in my bonnet about this, because I
Yeah.
kept getting, I'm good at what I do. Without being a dickhead, I'm good at what I do. So I kept getting promotions, pay increases, package stuff, all of the things. And I actually didn't ask for any more than what I was already on in my company that I'd been at before.
Mm.
And I was like, "You're literally giving me the job because you can see on my CV I'm good.
Yeah.
I've gone through a rigorous process to even get the job, and you're now questioning whether I'm worth it." And I was like, "Thanks. Let me
Wow.
think about it." And then obviously 24 hours later, I was like, "Thanks, but no thanks, dickhead." So I started up my own thing, and then kind of the rest is history. But if I'm completely honest, we all know business is not plain sailing. Like, I've had to grow my business multiple times, whether
Mm.
it was COVID hitting it, whether having a baby changed everything, and your availability and your mindset and your brain fog.
Yeah.
And then you just you roll with the punches, take it, cry a little bit, but move on and keep going. And here I am. I now have many different businesses, but my massive passion is helping business owners in the online service provider world, coach, mentor, whatever you want to call yourself, to scale to six figures. So most of my clients are already doing pretty well for themselves. They're usually pretty fully booked. So they're already making sales. They've already proven that they're good at what they do. And now it's like they want to scale to where they want to get to, which 9 times out of 10 is that elusive six-figure mark.
Yeah.
But equally, I do have a mini mind that is helping brand new business owners, and they're seeing incredible results. It's just that's what lights me up. It just gives me so much joy.
Amazing. So can you share like a typical client of yours? Who would
Course.
that be and what do you do to help them get to those six figures? What changes do you normally have to get them to do?
There's a little bit of mindset work, as much as they like to say that there isn't. They feel like their mindset is solid, but we do a lot of strategy. So, what I tell people I do is help you make sales from social media. But I want to be really honest in that it's not as simple as tweaking a message. It's not as simple as, um, growing your followers. Followers? Followers. People just assume, "Oh, I need more visibility," or, "I need to tweak my message," but actually, there's pricing psychology in there. There is a pricing strategy going in there. There's DMs and handling DMs, handling objections, which I actually don't get that many objections anymore because of the process that I follow beforehand. Your content has to go through a certain strategy. You can't just be creating sales content all the time.
Mm.
And everything is a piece of the puzzle that has to be brought together and thought about strategically. And so, whether you're brand new in business, you're sitting at 3 to 5K months, we need to look at those foundations to make sure that they are properly sorted. And that's
Yeah.
what people do.
That's amazing. I love all of this. Let's go back to being a mum because
Mm.
I work with people, right? We both coach people and work with business people to improve. And the people with the most drive are the people with newborn babies. Like it's a
Mm.
mum who goes, "Yeah, I've got a newborn, I've got two under two, and I'm launching this brand new business." Isn't it incredible?
It is, yeah. But you can understand it, right? Because you've suddenly got this newborn baby and you're like, "Oh my God, I don't want to go back to corporate world. I don't want to
Yes.
go back to whatever job it was that I was doing before where I'm taken away from this baby." Um, so you suddenly get this newfound ignition in your body to be
Mm,
like, "Right, what can I do?"
yeah. Yeah, and they will do anything. They've got the most motivation and the most drive out of anyone, and they're sleep
Mm.
deprived.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that. I find I think if I'm completely honest, like being a mum and juggling all of the things, some people do and have created businesses whereby they can be fully present with their children. But if I'm honest, doing all of the things that I do, what it gives me is not total presence, as in I'm not just with my daughter.
Mm,
She's 5, so she's at school. But what it does give me is choice. And I wanna be really honest about that, is that actually, if I need her if I no, it's not a need. If I want her to be an after school club because I want to work more on my business, then I can.
yeah,
Whereas actually, if I wanna pick her up at 3:15, I can.
yeah,
So it's much more about what I choose to do because of what I've created, as opposed to a need anymore. I've got
yeah,
so much more choice, and I'm
yeah.
so grateful for that.
And you love your business, don't you? Like it comes across in everything you do. You love helping people and you really get people results and your passion is just amazing. I love it. I love that
Yeah,
you're doing something that just fills you with joy.
yeah, it's what gets me up. Although, to be honest, Elliot said to me the other day, Elliot's my husband, for those that don't know, he was like, "Amy, God, you're obsessed. Stop. Because I'm just constantly like ideating. If anyone else is like a creative like me, I'm constantly like on a dog walk, driving a car, and I'm like, oh, Elliot, text me that. Oh, this is an idea. He's like, stop. You don't need any more ideas.
Yeah, I'm exactly this. I said to Simon this morning, I was like, I've got this idea. He went, okay. Every time I say I've got an idea, he's like, right, what business is this going to be? But
Yeah.
actually, it's exciting. It's so exciting to be in that space where you can create things and try things. Have you failed? Have you had to pivot? Have you had stuff gone wrong?
Oh, mate, so much stuff. Like, so many things. Like, I'll just go back to COVID, and I lost everything within 48 hours during COVID. That was the scariest, most actually, not even the most stressful because shitter things, sorry, can I swear?
Yeah.
Bad things have happened since then too. But at that point, that was literally the worst thing that could have happened to me. Like, I went away, and I don't mean to be like a knob when I say this, but we were on holiday in the Maldives, and all we were worried about was, can we get there? Because of COVID and the fact that it was all bumbling along, we just were worried about, can we get there? We didn't even it didn't even cross our minds that we were going to have to come back early. It
Mm.
didn't even cross our minds that I would come back to literally no business and no toilet roll in the cupboard. But whatever. We all remember those days. Um and yeah, like, we were there. I was on the Sun Lounger. We got served papers that basically said, you are liable to pay if you don't get on the next flight home that is given to you,
Wow.
basically. And so I was constantly on my emails. And because of that, I was obviously then reading client emails. And my first client email came in, and she was like, Amy, I'm really sorry. I don't know what is going to happen to my business over the next few months. Can we put all our work on hold together? And I'm not, as much as I've got contracts in place with this kind of thing, I was like, "Mm, yeah, of course, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it, of course." But
Mm.
then, of course, everyone emailed me the same.
Yeah.
And suddenly I then had nothing. So that was when my coaching and training side of my business was born, really. And as much as it was the most stressful thing for me, having to pivot, having to think, what the hell am I going to do? Because I had a team of 4 people working for me at this point. I had not only my own bills to pay, their bills to pay.
Yeah.
And so I just pivoted into coaching and training. And if I'm completely honest, like 6 months after COVID, things started picking up again. We were allowed out again. So the clients all came back in the agency. And so my coaching and training just sort of like dipped again.
Mm.
But 2 years ago, I, again, in the agency, lost about 100 grand's worth of clients within 3 months of each other just because of the cost of living crisis, basically. So
Uh-huh.
it is all stuff going on in the world that affects
Yeah.
business. And I was like, "Do you know what? I can't have this as my only stream of income. I have to build out other ways of making money."
Mm.
So in the last 2 years, I've created my coaching and mentoring business, but obviously scaled it to 6 figures. Both my husband and I now have a property investment firm. We're looking into trading, soaps.
Yes.
And yeah, it's it's wildly different. 2 years ago, our lives were pretty stressful with both of us having one income stream each, and now here we are.
Yeah. This is really important because a lot of people listening will have a job or maybe have a business. And things do happen, like shit
Mm.
happens.
Mm.
What's going to happen if you lose your job or what happens if something happens to your business? You do need investments. in the background. Like you could be investing in stocks and shares, and that can be building and compounding. Everyone needs their, emergency cash just in case. I do trading as well. I do investing. We both do property. So it is really important to just think about these things. Even if you're not in a position right now to go and buy
Mm,
a property,
mm,
you are in a position to start investing because anyone can start with a
yeah,
pound. That's what I teach
yeah,
people.
yeah.
But
And
it
I
just
think
gives you a
that's
bit of
what's
financial peace, doesn't it?
yeah, and I think that's what's really important is that 2 years ago, we were doing okay. Like, I don't want to come across as though we were on the poverty line. That's not the case. We both had a reasonable and good income. But in terms of spare cash, we live in a very expensive part of the UK. So every penny that we were earning was going straight back out. So in terms of like thinking about investments and thinking about property and thinking about all of those things, it felt like a complete and utter dream.
Mm.
But what we did was we hugely clawed back with what we were spending our money on. And not many people are willing to do that. I think it's really important to share that when it comes to like even the food that we were putting on our plates, is there a cheaper option? Probably. So that's what we did. Did we go on holiday as much as we used to? No, we didn't. We literally paused any kind of unnecessary expense, even down to Netflix or what else were we paying for and we paused? Disney, because you don't need these things. You
Yes.
want them, but you don't need them. And that £5, £20, £50 that you're saving a month for various different things or paying out for different subscriptions, that could be going into your investment pots.
Mhm. Yes, beautifully said. Everyone needs to go and do that.
Yes, go.
So what does this look like now then? So you've got your coaching business, you've
Mm,
got your agency.
mm.
What are your other income streams slash investments?
We have invested in a property flip. We have got buy to let property income, stocks and shares. I think that is it. Oh, and actually, we have got money in savings that you can just get out. But to be honest, not a lot in there because
Mm.
you're not earning as much money on that nowadays. It was doing all right last year, but interest rates have come back down. And what we're toying with at the moment is whether we invest in trading.
Yeah.
That's our next possible thing for this year.
Trading is really good.
Mm.
Trading, so we're talking about you're looking to do it with star trading, aren't you, with
Mm,
Lewis?
mm,
Who
mm.
I need to get on this podcast. He's a really good friend of mine. I met him and he's a Forex trader. And I thought that sounds weird and bizarre and techie
Okay,
and
that's what
a
I
bit.
thought. I was like, is it I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I was like, but is it some sort of MLM? I'm not interested in that, but
It's
it
definitely not an MLM, but it did sound to me scammy. But then I got to know him, and he's just he's one of the best humans I've ever met. Honestly, he's lovely, and he really wants to help people. And I did his trading training, and now I'm a trader. I trade most
Mhm.
days, and I probably average 8 to 10% a month.
Mm,
Which, if you think about putting your money in savings, you might get 1 or 2% a year. Property could give you maybe 8 or 10% a year. Stocks and shares, maybe 8 to 10% a year. So doing that in a month, you can double your money every year. It's
yeah,
it's
and that's
really
that's
incredible.
what blew my mind when
Mm.
we did the mini training that he does. Um, I got my other half to sit on it with me because I met Lewis, didn't I, with you?
Yeah.
And I was like, right, I'm in. Just needed to tell
Yes.
tell me husband to get him on board, but I knew that he would be a hard nut to crack. And he's like he's cracked and he's ready to go. For us now, it's like, okay, right, let's strategically pull whatever we want to pull money wise together in order to work on how we're going to make this happen because
Mm.
nothing, like you said, nothing else we have got in place is doubling our money every year.
No, It's really cool. And I keep saying things like our parents and grandparents couldn't do this. If they wanted to invest in, stocks and shares or financial markets, they'd have to go and find a stockbroker. They'd have to go and fill out a form, and we can literally do it on our laptops. Everything is at the tip of our fingers. So we should
Mm,
take these opportunities and create wealth to ultimately just give you financial peace and security and give you more choices like you have. Do I want to pick
yeah.
my daughter up? Do I want to work a bit more? It's all about the choice, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think like so many of my clients in the agency side and or to be honest, most of the agency side is men, so they don't seem to be affected as much, do they? But whatever. Um, but in the coaching and training side, so many of the people I work with are women, and a lot of what their stresses and trials and tribulations are about is half term and what am I going to do about half
Mhm.
term, summer holidays, Christmas period. Whereas Elliot and I now have the ability, he's still got a full-time job, but the way that we work things, and we do have support from my mum and his mum, but the way that we work things is that we never have to use clubs.
Yeah.
We both have the ability to take the time off to be with
Mm.
Eva with a little bit of support from parents.
Yeah.
And that is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. We work like that too. But sometimes I want to put them in a club.
Well, exactly, but it's the choice, isn't it? Exactly.
Yeah.
The reason that I don't want to put her in clubs is mainly because I can't deal with the drama and the tears of her having to go and meet new people. And I'm like,
Oh, bless her.
well, you've got to push yourself out your
Oh, when
comfort.
she's a bit bigger, she'll love it. She'll be running into these clubs.
Oh, I hope so. Oh
Yeah.
dear, bless her little cottons. We've put her in drama on a Saturday just to try and improve her confidence because
Yeah.
she doesn't have loads.
Is she enjoying it?
She actually is.
There you go.
We're a year in now,
There
and
you go.
yeah, she's really good. And like even the teacher, because one of the things that I put on the form was like, look, we're only doing this to try and build her confidence. And he was like, I can't believe how much she's changed. Like she's the one now in the show that is
Yes.
shouting her words, but at least she's shouting. Do you know what I mean? She's not like crying or
Yeah.
just not wanting to say them at all.
That's really
So it's
lovely.
nice. Yeah.
Can we talk a bit about what you help people with?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the business owners who are listening and going, I don't know what to do on social media. I don't know
Mm,
what to post. How do I build an audience? And then what do I say to them to get them to buy from me? Can you give us a
mm.
little rundown of what you would advise?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think this seems really simple, but we really need to start listening to what our clients are saying. And if they are ideal clients, we need to be creating content around what they're saying and think about the words that they're using, like really specifically, what words are they using? Um, and that needs to come out in your content. So this could be objections that you're getting. So say they're saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I don't have time because blah 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 blah." This is all information that you can then use as content. Say they're saying, "Oh, I'm stuck with XYZ," and they're using really specific words and terms. This is all content that you can be creating. I have got a 4-step flow which I take people through. And you've got awareness type content, consideration type content, opinion type content, and sales type content. At every single level, you need to be speaking to your ideal customer and using the language that they use.
Mm.
But at every single level, you need to be guiding people to the next level down. And I have, I've actually got a £99 training, but I can give it to you for £1 for your listeners for £1 if you want.
Thank
Um,
you.
My pleasure. Um, I will wing the link over to you. Couldn't get my words out then, but I go into so much more detail as to how that works. It's a game changer because I think not all of us realize that you need these 4 different types of content,
Mm.
and the 4 different types of content work in different places as well. So you wouldn't be, for example, doing awareness type content in your stories, but you would be in Reels.
Mhm.
You wouldn't be doing opinion type content in where would you not be doing opinion type content? Probably in Reels, but you would be doing it in carousels and on your stories.
Mhm.
So it's just knowing all of these little tips, tricks, hacks in order to get your content stream working for you to drive people to your DMs. Like, I have got so many people on a daily basis in my DMs, and it's not really because I'm having to try hard or post a gajillion trillion times a day. I
Yeah.
don't. So, what was your
Okay.
question? Was it
Let's
that?
all go and do that. There's a bit about audience growth as well. How can we grow our audiences?
Okay. So, I think it's very quick and easy for people to go for the shiny object syndrome and think, okay, I'm just going to do ads, or I'm just going to go and pay for this course that's going to teach me about trial reels. That's something that I'm hearing a lot at the moment. That sort of tactic will work if you have already got an audience of your ideal clients,
Mhm.
because you're going to be feeding that information into the ads or into the algorithm. So you've already created pretty strong following. It's just not big enough and you are looking to scale. Whereas if you are feeling as though your audience isn't there or you're brand new, my recommendation is to go and find them in physical locations. So whether that's conferences, whether that's podcasts like what we're on now, whether that's collaborating with somebody who's got the audience that you've got, because that's all free. It takes your time, but it's all free. And I really want to encourage people that you don't just have to go and spend 1,500
Mm.
to 3 grand on ads or on trainings to teach you something that actually you can do for free and it's foolproof. Whereas if you're doing ads, like to manage your expectations, if you don't have your ideal clients there to feed that information into the ads, it's got to go and find your ideal clients first. And therefore, you're going to spend thousands of pounds to understand for the algorithm to understand
Right.
who your ideal clients are. So, collaborations, podcasts, going speaking on stages, going to networking events. But I was having this conversation with one of my clients the other day. So, she is a photographer, and going to networking events in the traditional sense is actually not great for her
Mm.
because she's a newborn photographer. So her ideal clients aren't going to these
Yeah.
events, right? But she's thinking, well, I've been told I need to go to networking events. You know, Amy said, do this, go belly to belly, go and meet people in person, and you'll build up that trust. But what is happening is you're relying on people to recommend you, which is fine. It does work sometimes, but it's slow. Whereas if she went to and partnered with NCT groups, baby and bump groups, um, Facebook groups that have got mums to
Yeah.
be, she's going to find her ideal clients literally right there. And
Yeah.
that is much more relevant than going to a networking group and hoping for the best.
That makes so much sense. Yeah. It's all about being in the rooms, isn't it?
Yeah, I love being in the room. I think just for my mental health, apart from anything else, if
Yeah.
you're sitting at home on your own all the time, it can get really lonely and really boring. But if you're going and meeting people who are your ideal clients, it feels like a no-brainer. I don't know why people don't.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
get
love it
through
too.
that no lack and trust factor so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've been in rooms together. We were in a mastermind together and ended up going to Ibiza on a retreat last year, which was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, it was so good. Leo's was amazing. I want to
It
go
was the
back.
best. We need to go back there immediately.
Yeah. Right here, right now, because the weather is rubbish.
Who wants to come? Yeah. So
Everyone's
we talk a bit
selfish.
on this podcast as well about investing in yourself. So what do you do to invest in yourself? Is it health? Is it wealth? Is it masterminds, coaching, mentoring? Because I think we don't naturally just do it as a business owner because you want to invest in your business and you want to invest in the marketing. But I've found investing in myself to be absolutely immense with the people
Mm,
I've met and the results that I've got. So tell us
mm.
about you and what you've done.
I love that, and that's a really good question, and I've actually got, probably a helpful answer, I think, for a lot of people and speaks to exactly what you've just said. I would always invest in my business, whether it was learning, mentorship, masterminds, retreats, all of the things that I've done over the last 2 years have solely stages, marketing, ads, because I'd like, okay, I'm going to see a return on that. Where I really struggled to invest was myself
Mm,
because I couldn't see a direct, factual, black and white ROI.
yeah.
And I was really poorly last year. I ended up in A&E. Um, I've been diagnosed with colitis. And for anyone that doesn't know, it just basically means that my bowel doesn't work properly. And so I need to seriously look after my health to manage those symptoms. And that comes from what I eat, from what
Mhm.
I drink, from managing my nervous system, managing my stress levels, which, as somebody who has thrived off and been known as the person that A is really positive, Polly, got shitloads of energy, but also the person that is doing all of the things, and I don't know how you do it all. I've had to massively change my whole mindset around investing in me. And
Mhm.
I was having a conversation with my mum November time, and she said, Amy, I was talking to her about how much this particular naturopath nutritionist practitioner was. Um, and mum said, you invest probably 10 times that into your business every single year. Why the fuck are you not considering doing that for yourself? Like,
Yeah.
you're doing very well. Now you need to look after you because everything that you've created won't exist if you don't exist.
Yeah.
And she's right. I was like,
Mm.
okay, thanks, mum. So then, literally the next day, I messaged the lady that I'm now working with on all of the things and said, okay, sign me up. And so we've started, and this is 20 years of being unwell. So there's a big old process and it's going to be a slow journey. But for the first time ever, because I didn't even invest in gyms really, I just didn't see the value in them.
Mm.
Um, so this is the first time ever I've invested in my health above wealth, business, growth,
Yeah.
thing like that. I think it's really important because this month has been my best ever month ever, 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 ever in business. And yet I'd actually feel like I've done half of the amount of work I normally do because I'm actively trying to practice looking after myself.
That's incredible, Amy. And health is it. If you don't have health, you have nothing.
Yeah.
And you know, we're the most important person. We're the cog in the middle of our lives. So if we're not well, then it's kids, it's family, it's business. It affects absolutely everything around you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
Oh
I
God.
think it's so important that we we get so locked in. I get so focused on my business every single day, all the time, and I forget to go for a walk and actually look after myself and eat proper food. You know?
Oh, totally. That was exactly me. And especially last year, I was traveling so much with work
Mhm.
that food became grab and go.
Yeah.
And that was like part of the issue is that I don't eat badly at home. And I really want to stress this is that generally I don't eat badly. Like everything we eat is cooked from scratch. I don't generally eat bread because I've always had a wheat intolerance. Um, so I'm not the sort of person that is drinking Diet Coke every day, having sandwiches every day, eating crap like chicken nuggets or whatever. But going and being in airports and what you've got available to you is Itsu, Wagamama's, Burger King, McDonald's, I would still go for or Leon, I'd still go for the Leon, but eating that stuff all of the time and not
Mm,
giving your body a break of yeah, it's just not good.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better and it's going to be
Thank
your
you.
best year ever. So tell us what your plans are for this year then. What have you got going on? What are you excited about?
I am excited to still have growth in my business, but more on prioritizing my health. Like every decision I'm making this year is okay, but is this right for my health?
Mhm.
So the sort of things that are going through my mind is that I'm planning what stages I'm speaking on this year. I'm planning what events I'm going to, and I'm not doing event after event after event, which is what I did last year.
Yeah.
I'm doing one event a month, maximum two events a month. So it's just really thinking about what is right for me rather than pushing, 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 pushing. Um, I'm going to dabble again back in ads at some point. Fix all my back end systems. Some I don't mean my bum, I mean in my business.
It's fixed.
I hope so one day. But what what is also a massive thing for me in terms of investment is investing in the support to deliver this stuff for
Yeah.
me. Not being all me
Yeah.
is major.
That's really important too. And
Mm,
that's key to scaling a business, isn't it?
exactly that. Like I think that there's been a big part of me for the last 10 years where I felt like I've had to do it all and I don't.
Mhm.
It's really important to prioritize yourself. But I'm only just learning this.
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Because I
Good.
think hanging out with you guys in Ibiza,
Mm.
and you've got a team that not you help, that help you
Yeah.
in your property business,
Mhm.
don't you?
Yeah.
And in our property stuff, it's the same. Like we outsource everything because
Yeah.
we've never had the time. And then I just suddenly was like, yeah, okay, I've had my VA, and then that team has grown to three people over last year, but it's now five people because I'm like, okay, I can't, I'm just not going to do it all. You guys need to do it. I've asked my assistant now to double her hours to take some of the thinking away from me. I've got someone in to do all of my funnel and system setup because otherwise it's just me
Yeah.
and my
And there are
team don't.
people who can do it better and quicker and allow you to grow the business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've got to prioritize being visible, being around versus being in the weeds. We don't
Yeah.
need to be doing that stuff.
Yeah, this is really, really important for anyone listening. Like, delegate as soon as you can. Doesn't have to be someone full time. It can be a VA doing a few hours, can't it? And it'll just take away the bits you don't like or the bits that take you ages. So, my first thing was bookkeeping because it takes me ages. I don't like it. It's the most boring thing ever. And I pay someone and just a few hours and they'll do it much quicker and much better than me. So,
Yeah,
just
and
little
it's
things like that.
bookkeeping. I mean, we're recording this on the 29th of January. Blooming tax season, innit?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, but my accountant does that for me.
Exactly. So we don't need to worry about it. It's just
Yeah.
the best thing ever. We got
Yeah.
the email at 12 this morning. Yes, midnight, saying, "You owe this, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Great, thank you very much."
10
Push back.
past midnight. Oh, thanks.
Oh, well, luckily my phone's on silent after
Yeah,
9 o'clock, so I
yeah.
didn't see it until this morning. But
Lovely, lovely.
done. Yeah.
All right, my love. Well, we are running out of time, but I could chat to you all day. It's been really,
Yeah.
really nice to have you on. Look, my puppy's just woken up.
Oh, puppy. Oh, look at the little fluff ball. He is just so cute. How is he since he broke his leg?
Roxy.
Sorry, Roxy,
Yeah,
sorry.
she broke her leg, but she's much, much better. She's just about to start going out for walks. Bless her. She can't wait.
Oh. Was she wearing the cone of shame?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was, and she's very fluffy, and they shaved her back leg, so she just had this one like, chicken leg.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh,
Anyway, if people would like to come and stalk you online, where can they come and find you? And also, I'll add that link to your resource
yes,
on the
I will
podcast.
send I'll send that over to you. So come and find me on Instagram at the Femtrepreneur. You could probably type in Amy Atkinson and it might come up, but the Femtrepreneur is more likely to come up. And on Facebook as well. I've got a free Facebook group, so I'll pop that in the show notes too.
And your free Facebook group is really good. It's not
Thank
just like
you.
something's there, you pop in now and then. You put really good value stuff on there. I like it. It's fun. It's a fun place to be.
Yeah, I regularly go in there giving tips, and if people come back and comment on stuff and I don't agree with it, and I'm not talking about politics, but if I've asked a question to prompt people to answer and I think actually they could improve it, I'm there, aren't I? I'm replying
Yeah.
back to you. I'm like, no, look about this, think about this, da 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 da. Because I only want people to succeed. I think this is what's really important, is that that's all I want.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
So,
Well, thank you so much for coming.
oh,
And
thanks
I
for having
very much
me.
hope to see you soon.
We will see each other soon.
Yes. All right. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.